Olufemi Emmanuel from Nigeria, and in response to African Development Bank's request for solutions to the effect of the current pandemic on Africa, I am throwing in this idea which has to do with employment of all youth in Africa. Unemployment problem prior to the pandemic has been a very serious menace, something that has caused us multifaceted challenges in form of crimes, unrest, and a lot of vices all over Africa. Now, there is no other solution than agriculture. We've said it here in Nigeria, up there in Cote d'Ivoire, in other African countries, Ghana. Agriculture is a solution. However, the only way to go about it is to approach it through a new set of ideas. In my country, for example, since our independent Nigeria from 1960 to date, we've been practicing what I call promoted agricultural policies, promoted agricultural scheme, and it can never work. What is promoted agricultural scheme? It's a scheme in which government promotes agriculture by advertisement and by disbursement of funds to various individuals and organizations. Going by the challenges we have in Africa, that will never work. We can't have enough to revolutionize our economy through promoted agriculture. Why? Because one, the fund being disbursed by various banks like African Development Bank, by SME funders, by government, goes into hands that pretend to be interested in agriculture but actually are not interested in agriculture. Everybody wants money. So they can package, people will package all kinds of best proposals, show farm examples, collect the money, but they won't come out with the output. And youths won't be interested. They collect the money, they go and celebrate weddings, celebrate funerals, do all kinds of parties with the money. Let's do away with promoted agriculture all over Africa. I am proposing what I call projected agricultural scheme. Projected agricultural scheme. Now we need to know that post-pandemic period will be the most trying period for Africa ever. There will be upsurge in crime, there will be cut down in our GDPs in all our countries, there will be economic challenges of all sorts, there will be high rate of unemployment, but if we quickly address it, as a matter of fact, coronavirus may kill more after it is gone in Africa than after when it is still existing. Yes, coronavirus may kill more in Africa after the coronavirus is gone than when it still exists through its aftermath effect. So what's projected agriculture? In projected agriculture, government or banks will not disburse money. We put people together in groups and we cultivate the land for them free, mechanized, and we plant the corn or whatever seed for them free, and we nurture it to a level, we project it, and then we hand it over to them free of charge without collecting a dime. That's projected agriculture. So you have 10 acres, 100 acres, just call on us. We come, we cultivate it for you, plant it for you, do primary nurturing for you. When we have taken to a little level, when it comes fail, we hand it over to you with little orientations on how it will work. In that way, we will only get agriculture along to people who are interested in it, number one. Then we will secure that the fund we invest in it are not diverted into naming ceremonies and funerals, something which is very rampant and actually endemic in Africa. Promoted agriculture. Now, how can we make it practical? We can work with African Development Bank, make it an initiative, incorporate fit, just little input. We start from Nigeria, which is my country, and then we move to other African countries. If you have large parcels of land, all you need to do is just call us. We'll come and cultivate it for you free. We have to buy the tractors and other equipment. We can fabricate other equipment locally to do the planting, and we cultivate. And in that way, when we achieve this, number one, we will be able to engage a lot of youth, because if you are youth or a graduate, you are interested, all you need to do is just apply free without spending a dime. You have your land, you have your farm, and you can expect to make money after 3 months, harvesting season 6 months, or 9 months, as the case may be, depending on the crop we are planting. And once it's done, first we will engage all youth, and that will help us in militating against crimes that might surge in post-pandemic era of this coronavirus. 2, there will be food security, and that will build a good foundation for rebuilding African economy. If you do it in Africa, all over, in Cote d'Ivoire, in Cameroon, in Ghana, in Ethiopia, South Africa, Nigeria, all over Africa, let's cultivate all our land, project it, and then we hand it over to individuals and bodies forged. Doing that, we will have an Africa that we are not going to regret. Otherwise, it might be a hell in Africa after this pandemic. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.